What the hell have I just read by David Ornstein? Arsenal are now exploring a deal for Vinicius Junior. Now, there's been no open talks at the moment, but it seems like all levels of Arsenal are looking like this transfer is something that they could probably get done. Guys, if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe for all Arsenal content, for all Arsenal news and all bombshells. You know what you got to do. You got to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. David Ornstein. I was in the middle of eating my sandwich, scrolling through X, and then bam, this pops up. Arsenal exploring a move to sign Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid. Club's not yet in talks, but the idea is approved. Much rests on contract processes as no breakthrough yet. Real Madrid do not want a free exit. Now this situation is quite interesting because it's kind of playing out like the Bruno Guimaraes situation. The Bruno Guimaraes situation is that Monaco sold a midfielder for 34 million to Newcastle, which could be an indicator that Bruno could be leaving this transfer window. Arsenal have held really good initial talks with Bruno and his representative. He likes the project. He wants to join Arsenal. But of course, Newcastle do not want to sell one of their prized possessions after losing Tonali, Isak and Gordon. Now, with this situation with Vinicius Junior, similar theme going on because they're interested in Yan Diomande, who will cost in excess of 100 million euros. So is that an indicator that Vinicius Junior could leave? Now, we know that he's had contract disputes with Real Madrid. He wants an X amount a year. I think it's 30 million. Absurd amounts of money. I think the last player I know that had that type of money was Mbappe at PSG. Vinicius believes that he deserves more. I mean, whether you agree or not, he's a quality player. He does have his diva moments, and that's something I'm going to talk about in a minute. But he is something that I think Arsenal can definitely use and can help build the team, especially on the left wing. Arsenal have a few Brazilians in the squad. If we have Bruno, that's another one. Is that probably one of the influences for Vinicius to come to Arsenal? Obviously, they've not had talks with the player directly, but Arsenal are just exploring the move. Now, this could be just watered down in the next few days, but if this transfer happens, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this will probably be the biggest bombshell of the transfer window so far. Vinicius Junior leaving Real Madrid. Real Madrid haven't had the greatest seasons. Carlo Ancelotti was let go. They didn't win the Champions League. They didn't finish the La Liga with the title. And there's a lot of politics going behind the closed doors. We know they had Arbeloa. He didn't do great. We know that Real Madrid have, a few players on their list that they might want to bring in, of course. They've looked at the likes of William Saliba. They've looked at Yan Diomande now. So Real Madrid are, I think, exploring options. Now, the Yan Diomande kind of came out of nowhere. And that's the interesting thing. As soon as they linked with Yan Diomande, now Arsenal are suddenly talking about Vinicius Junior. So there's something cooking behind the closed doors. And I'm not sure what will happen. But like I said, this is just all talk at the moment. There's been no contacts from either party. So a lot of things can change. A lot of things can happen in the meantime. We know Gabriel, our centre-back, has been speaking to Bruno, told him all great things about Arsenal and how things and difficult challenges he's going through at Newcastle will be eliminated if he comes to Arsenal. We do know that. He has a great relationship with the Brazilian team, with the Brazilian players, and I think that will be a key factor. How does Vinicius fit into Arsenal? Now, here's my personal opinion. If you guys have any differences in opinion, please feel free to comment down below. Vinicius is a bit of a diva in my eyes anyway. He seems like the kind of Kylian Mbappe type. Now, he's a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong. When he's on his game, he is amazing. I mean, we saw at the World Cup, the flashes. We've seen at Real Madrid for a few years now. With the amount of Champions Leagues he's won, the La Ligas. He is a quality player. When he has his head in the game, he is one of the best in the world. Now, the debate for left wing, who's the best left wing in the world? Ballon d'Or. Vinicius' name is brought up. There's no denying that. But with Arsenal, we all have players that play for the club, wear their heart on the sleeve, do not let outside politics disturb them, and they play without any divas. I think the last kind of diva moment we had was probably Aubameyang, and then he, was frozen out of the club and was made to leave in the end. We saw he went to Barcelona, tried to force the move and hanging around the team facilities and whatnot, and then we gave him what he wanted, and, we wish him well. But I don't think Arteta, I don't think Berta would want a diva to come in and ruin and disrupt the dressing room, disrupt Arsenal Football Club. Now, if he moves to Arsenal, it could be a fresh start. It could be something that we're filling that little void that he might have. Playing in a different league, seeing different atmosphere. We know Real Madrid like to cater for their players, which I believe in some cases is right. But with Arsenal, they cater to Arsenal Football Club. They do not cater to players. They do not give players money for the sake of it. Money's given and is earned. Now, some players on the wage bill like Trossard and Jesus, they deserve that money because of all the accolades that they've accumulated. Now, Vinicius, I think if he was to come to Arsenal, would be on high wages. But he's an instant starter. We know we've got Zolis on the left. If Vinicius does come in, would that mean Martinelli will leave? Would that mean Kai Havertz? Would that mean somebody will need to give way, of course, in that attacking lineup? So this transfer, if it does happen, I think will be the biggest talking point, regardless of anything else in this transfer window. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about how you feel that this transfer will pan out. Will it happen? Will it not? Do you want it to happen? Do you feel like there's a better alternative? Or are Arsenal making a mistake if they go for Vini Jr.? Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time.